Hello my friends, and welcome to A Crafter's Story. Thank you for stopping by. I experimented a little bit, as per usual. I love trying to figure stuff out in my crafting journey, and then it becomes a crafter's story, and then it becomes a craft. So I've made these little buttons with little numbers inside. Let's see if I can put this onto something that you maybe will show it up a little better. Maybe this pink background is better. Let's see if you can see it. There we go. So these little numbers, and they look like they're in little resin molds, and they are actually in clear nail polish molds. And so I'm going to show you how I did it. It took a little bit of trial and error, but I finally got it right. So I have a little silicone mold. I just picked this up off Amazon, and my crafter's story about this. I thought what I was buying was a silicone mold with 1-inch little holes, little circles. And so when it arrived, it was funny. I mean, it's still funny, and I have to find a way to use it, right? So here goes. Not quite 1 inch, maybe like 1/3 of an inch, but what is actually, it's a 1/2 inch. It's never really went and measured it, but they were a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be. But I was trying to figure out how to use this, and so here's an example. This is from our doodle project of last week, and I've actually used one of them as the center of a flower. And then I used another one just at the top here to, I'll make sure I'm actually showing you guys, yeah. At the top here just as a filler on these 2 bookmarks. And so, you know, I guess if there's a space at the top here, I could make a hole, maybe put like a little ring in as well, like that. I suppose I could do that. For now, I just want to show you how I made them. So all you're going to need is the silicone mold. I'll put the link for this, Amazon link for this in the description below. You'll need some paper because you're going to need to put something in here. It could be a little flower, a little animal, whatever. I just decided I've got numbers, and so I'm going to cut these numbers out quickly. I don't think I can get a 3-number number. I don't know how else to put a 3-number number in there, but let's see. Maybe I can. It's going to just cut it as small as I can. Get my tweezer. And now you've got to put these numbers in upside down. Let's see if it'll fit. Oh, it'll fit. Oh, it will. Okay, great. All right, so got 113, and the number doesn't matter. I mean, this could be a word as well. It just has to be a 3-letter word, I guess. Do I have any? I don't really have any words here that I think would be. There's use. No, nothing here. But maybe if you have a name that's only 3 letters, that could work. So I'm just going to stick with numbers. Let's move that away. I have a little 87 here that I'll use. Oh, come on. Let's see. Get that. And I think I've got enough of my nail polish, clear nail polish. And it was just inexpensive Dollar Tree stuff, you guys. I didn't buy any expensive nail polish. It was $1.25 for, this is actually my 2nd bottle because I've been experimenting quite a bit. I tried this little letter as well, just a single letter. So you could have, let's say you want to put a J and an O and a Y and spell joy, for instance, and you could have that 3 separate little buttons with 1 letter per button. So that's an idea, and it does go quite hard. This cured for, can you hear that? That's after 2 days of curing, 2 days of drying time. So it does take a little bit of time to dry. And so I'm doing this today. I'm going to leave it, and then I'm going to come back to it in a day or so and finish up this video. So let's go ahead then. I'm going to move these just to the side a little bit. Just wondering if I can zoom in just a slight bit so you guys can see a little bit better how it's done. Okay, like that. Okay, let's see. I'm in the middle there. So I have glitter all over this place because I tried to do the same thing with glitter glue. Yeah, it didn't work. I'm not too sure why it didn't work, but it didn't. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of my clear nail polish in there. And I see we've got 3 of these guys, so let's do 3. The thing that you'll notice is that you put the clear nail polish in and it looks like it's full, right? And you come back the next day and it dries, it dries, makes like a little cup, so it becomes much thinner than the original while it's wet. So let's get this, it's going to go in upside down so that when we pop it out, it is like that. All right, so we pop this in here, squish it all the way down, get this guy in, squish him. Oh, don't you move. The one thing is they keep migrating. They keep wanting to sort of dip down to the bottom like this one did. And then some of them, like the 45, scooted to the right. This one hopped down to the bottom. My 55 scooted down to the bottom a little bit. My 81 did the same thing. There was a lot of bubbles in my 80 in this one. I'm not sure why. Just was. Okay, so, and I haven't tried this with any of the sort of glitter nail polishes or maybe some of the color nail polishes. But you know, you guys, if you want to experiment and come into the comments below and let us know how that went, I would love to know. Okie dokie, artichoke. Oh, come here. All right, so they are nicely submerged. I'm trying really hard not to mess with them. I'm trying to see if I can do this without all the bubbling. And I'm not sure if the bubbling is because I keep messing with it or if it's because it dries. Sorry, I've got fluff all over the place making me sneeze. Let's fill this up just a little bit more. Oopie, 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 almost too much. And like that. And like that. I think out of one bottle, let's see, I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I had 6 and 7 that I had to throw out because they were completely messed up. I would say I probably could do 12 to 15 of these little guys out of $1.25 clear nail polish. So it's fairly inexpensive to do. Now, you guys, I cannot do anything else other than wait. And so I'm going to leave it. And then probably in about 24 hours, 36 hours, I'm going to come back and we'll be able to pop them out. Okay, see you tomorrow. Hello, everybody. So it's been 24 hours and I just left it alone, didn't touch it. And it is ready, I think, to pop out. One thing I'm going to mention is that I made these layers a little thinner. So with my previous layers, with these previous guys, I topped up my nail polish until it was almost overflowing. I didn't have a whole bunch of nail polish left, and so I thought, well, I'm going to try and make thinner ones because I want to do a word, and then we had already done those numbers. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. It might be too thin. I don't know. Let's see. Once I have popped these out, I'll need to put them aside for another 24 hours, and then they will be hard, because right now they're going to be a little floppy still, and I want them hard like this. So that takes another 24 hours at least before they pop out. So let's see if I can get a little closer. Oh, sorry, I knocked that. All right, let's pop out our first number. So I'm really just going to pull it out carefully. I don't want to squish it, because at this point they're still a little rubbery. Excuse me, and they can easily, the shape can distort. So I'm trying to be really, really careful. Oh, come on, you. There you go. Our first one is out. Let me close this blind, because I see that there's a bit of a line of light. It's a bit dark now. No, I think it's okay. All right, let's get this next one out. There we go. You know what this reminds me of is typewriter keys. See-through typewriter keys. That's what it makes me think of. Let's bring these down so you can see them. Go. Put it down there carefully. Okay, let's see. I can move a little bit faster. I think they not too bad. Okay, so here's my word, and I used very little of the nail polish, so they're very thin. And what happens is that when it dries, it adheres to the silicone, and so there's a little, it kind of shrinks and gravitates to the walls and to the bottom. So this becomes like almost like a little, there's like a little walls on the side of this. So I don't know how that's going to dry. I hope it dries enough, with enough sturdiness, that I can just paste it down like that. Otherwise I might have to come in here and fill it in with a little bit of the clear nail polish, or maybe a color. Maybe I come in with a glitter nail polish. I don't know. But first I'm going to let it dry and just see how that goes. This is my P. Make sure you guys can still see. Oh, okay. A wants to come out first. There's A. Oh, so delicate. E. And C. And E. There you go. So there are my little numbers, letters, and I've made a word. And really now that I look at it, I really do think it looks like the buttons on an old typewriter. Okay, I'll put them on here because I think you can see them a bit better, and then I'll show you a couple of examples of where I've used these little nail polish buttons. And if I have to think of what this might be like, it might be like resin, just a poor man's resin, a poor crafter's resin. I'm always a poor crafter. All right, so I'm going to put that aside and bring out some of my examples. I think I did already show you this one, where I put the button in the center of this flower on my bookmark. That's from last week's doodle. Again from last week's doodle, and I just put it on the end here as a space filler. On this little collage that I did, I decided to add a 3D element and the little silk flower with this number 39 in the middle. I think it really, I don't know, I just really like it. It's so unexpected. It's so inexpensive, and it's so quick. It's just overnight or 24 hours. And you've got this element. So if you guys decide to play around with color or glitter, or instead of using numbers and letters, maybe you want to put beads in, maybe you want to put your own glitter in, or a picture of a flower, anything from a magazine or an old card, any of those things are going to work. As long as it can fit into your mold, you're good to go, guys. All right, so here is just a flower that I made from 4 of these punch outs, heart punch outs, on some gold paper, and it is now part of my pocket. So there must be a million other ways that you could use these buttons. These are just some of my ideas. So let's bring this, oops, wrong way, sorry, the other way, go this way so you can see it all. I'm going to bring this down. It could just go straight on a page, especially if you've made a word. Yesterday I said, well, let me try and do joy, and I couldn't find a J in the recipe book that I had, so which is kind of weird, but anyway, that's fine. Okay, I think I probably only have space for this, but there you go. It's super easy. Just remember, please, that when you do take it out of your mold, it is still a little bit wet. It hasn't cured quite enough yet, and it will need at least another 24 hours to harden up to that. I couldn't tap these guys right now. They would just kind of flop on me. Another thing that I thought I would mention, and I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's a distinct difference in color between my first batch and my second batch. Let me see if I can let me leave it on here, maybe you can see. Well, it's not distinct, let me not be quite so dramatic. But there is a difference. This nail polish comes from a different make or manufacturer to this one. That one is more see-through. This one has more of an aged, yellowing, antique look. So the make of nail polish you use to do this craft could impact the color once it's dry, and so that there will be a little bit of experimenting to do there. And of course, you know, both of these will find a place in one of my crafts. I'm okay with that. So all right, there it is, you guys. I hope you try it. I hope you come and share some of your ideas on our Facebook page. I will try and find the Amazon link to this and put that in the description. But our Facebook page link is in the description. So if you want to come and check us out, that'll be great. And come and join and see what everybody's doing. I'm trying to encourage folks to share their ideas there. Well, we'll see you next time on another experiment, probably. See you later. Bye.